So many people here. Thank you all. And thank you for being here this afternoon. We really appreciate it. We know it's Friday, probably about the last thing standing between you and cocktail hour. So, we'll hear a few rounds of applause. Who clapped there? Stay afterwards. We appreciate all of you being here so very much. This is a great opportunity for our community and for the people here in our community and for our companies to continue to grow and expand here. And we appreciate you being here to show support for that. I'm Rob O'Brien. I'm president of the Chamber. And as a little bit of a very quick background, several years ago, as Franklin Tech began looking at their brand new facility over by the brand new high school post-tornado, there was a lot of discussion about whether this facility, in which several million of disaster recovery dollars from FEMA that had gone to the schools had been put into, to make this Franklin Tech. And I think everyone felt this was too great an asset to let return to a warehouse as it had been before. And yet Franklin Tech said, well, we can't maintain that. Is there some other opportunity? And we really need to think about how we continue to train people for good jobs in our community. So as the Chamber, we began looking at that. We began a discussion with Crowder College. And Crowder became a great partner in this, looking at opportunities they could bring. And we talked to the Workforce Innovation Board, because they do a lot of work to make sure people get aligned with their skills and talents and get into good jobs. And so with those two partners and a preliminary commitment that was literally just handshakes on everyone's part, we went to the city of Joplin and said, if we could acquire this building from the owner, and if certain things could be done to bring the building up to a higher standard, and if we can get Crowder and the WIB to stay with us on this, do you think this is a good fit for the city's HUD disaster recovery funds? And the city leadership, from the council to the city manager to the city planning staff and right on down the line, said this is exactly the kind of thing that HUD would really like to see when we create new companies in places like right here along this wall that create jobs, but also that we train people for the jobs of the future with a good training partner like Crowder. And so this all came together as a partnership to acquire this building from the owner, Gary Hall, who was very intrigued by this idea. And we worked through the process with Gary to acquire the building. We've been in a year-long renovation, equipping, and all of that. And in about 10 days, actually, the Crowder classes began. And I do want to point out, these are certification classes. While people can take those credit hours and move forward, this really is aimed at that quick training that gives people key skills, that gets them into jobs in manufacturing, in IT, in CAD, and community health, and really helps fill the gaps for our companies that are looking for good people to hire. I want to point out that this initiative really came because of our Chamber Foundation and our Chamber Board. And I'd like all of our board members here just to raise your hand. You've seen some of them around the building. They have name tags that look kind of like this, but please give them a big round of applause. Because really they saw that this was a great initiative for a Chamber of Commerce to undertake, not only, again, to expand on the things we were doing with the Newman Innovation Center in terms of growing new businesses and give us room to grow new businesses, but also because of the training opportunities. Also, again, great partner with the City of Joplin, their partnership to help provide the DR funding. To do that, please, council members and all the city staff who are here, just raise your hands. Be recognized. Thank you all so very much. This would not be possible without the vision of the City of Joplin to join in this. And you're going to hear from some more of the partners in just a minute. I do want to point out, though, a few other folks very quickly. You see these little cups that are going to the board members of the various entities and all of that. And they're supported by our great architect, Paragon, and our great general contractor, Dalton Killinger, who have worked diligently to translate this vision into the reality you're standing in today. And I'd like the folks from both of those two entities to wave their hands. And also thanks for the sponsorship of the cups. And, and just so you know, in terms of shameless promotion of business, these cups were done and laser engraved by Brotherhood of Warriors, which is a new company, veteran-owned, and they're located right here. They're one of our 4 tenants already here. So stop in, order big on your way out the door, make sure they're successful. So at this point, it is also my pleasure to introduce you to our fine chamber staff, who put countless hours into this behind the scenes, not only through the months, but also for this event today. And I'd like all of our staff to just raise their hands as well, be recognized, get them up there. This was a big project. It's a big project for anybody, let alone a Chamber of Commerce. And it took a lot of staff support to make that happen, and we appreciate all of our staff and the efforts they've made to do that. Particularly spearheaded by our Vice President, Tanya Sprinkle, who spent countless hours working with the city staff on that, and Brian Kelly, who's our head of innovation and knows this is an extension of his duties, not just today, but in the months to come as we tie this more closely to our existing innovation center. So thank you all very much for that. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Joplin's Mayor, Mike Seidler.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this great facility. It's really a vision come true here, and I just want to reinforce the fact that this is a vision of chamber leadership, Rob O'Brien, to see the opportunity to take advantage of the resources that we have. And would you please join me in a round of applause for our chamber leadership, and President Rob O'Brien. Thank you, Rob. No one here needs to be reminded that this facility is a result of an incredible tragedy to this community. But I think as we continue to open new facilities and to celebrate the opportunities for new citizens through new employment here within our community, I think it is just incumbent upon every one of us to reflect on our goal as a community to not be known as the community that faced an incredible natural disaster, but we want to be known as the community that led the way in recovery. And that is all because of you folks. Please give yourselves a round of applause. I'm very honored to serve on the City Council, and I think every one of us on council will admit that we had the easiest role of all. We just had to be smart enough to vote yes for this project. And so it is truly a great opportunity for us to be able to support this project and to know that this facility is going to, through training and innovation, impact the lives of people in our community as they transition into better jobs. So it is truly an honor and a pleasure to be in this facility. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to this to be a very, very busy facility within our community. And again, a big thanks to our chamber. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, the great thing about having lots of equipment come in is you get pallets that you can make a podium out of. The bad thing is you need ropes and pittons to get up on top of it along the way. So one more housekeeping note. We recognize Paragon, Dalton Killinger, but also want to recognize Hugo Cleaning Supplies. They also have been a great partner in getting this kitchen put together and making sure it's going to meet all the conditions. And they're also a sponsor of the cups as well. Where the Hugo guys at? Way back in the back, of course. But give them a big round of applause. From day one, we've had a great partnership when we talk about training for the community and the type of training that we should have out there for people to look at the jobs that are available today and those jobs in the future. And we've had a great partner in that with Crowder College, and the president of Crowder College, Dr. Jennifer Methvin, is with us today as well. Please welcome her.
Well, good afternoon. I stand here with you today, folks, just exceptionally excited about the opportunity for Crowder College through our partnership here at the Joplin Training and Technology Center. As you know, Crowder offers higher education pathways in a number of fields, such as automotive, diesel, construction, advanced manufacturing, drafting, nursing, criminal justice, IT. I could go on all afternoon. But as we face our 21st century workforce needs, what we currently offer is not enough. A central strategy of Crowder College's current strategic plan is to expand career and technical education. Folks, that's an expensive proposition, and we have to be innovative in finding ways to do exactly that. But we must do exactly that. And starting August 21st, Crowder College will deliver specialized certificates in computer-aided drafting, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and advanced welding right here in this facility. Now you may ask, why these programs? These programs because our area employers told us these are high demand and underfilled professions. Because we are at capacity in most of these areas on the Neosho campus. Because young people from our area are going into great debt seeking out this kind of instruction at for-profit institutions with no opportunity to use their A+ funding, no opportunity to lean on the rich scholarship opportunities and those wonderful support staff at Crowder College. Because underemployed working adults can't rearrange their lives in a way to be able to enter a traditionally structured program and still put food on the table. Because as your area comprehensive community college, we have the responsibility to meet the challenge of building our workforce in Southwest Missouri. The programs Crowder will offer here at the center are intentionally designed to provide advanced training in an intense and condensed fashion, moving students from the classroom to the workforce very quickly. Employers, if you have not done so, please talk to our faculty and staff who are here with us today about these opportunities for your employees. You asked for this, we've brought it, let's fill it. And for those of you who are looking for in-demand workplace skills or just a better paying job, also visit with our faculty and staff here. They're all over the room. They'll be back in their spaces as soon as we finish here. Visit with them about these opportunities to improve your life. The sooner you get in, the sooner you get out. And did I mention we start August 21st? I want to end by pointing out what a unique partnership we have here. The city, employers, the Workforce Investment Board, the Chamber Foundation, and many more. No one of us can meet workforce needs alone, but collectively we can and will provide world-class training and services. This is a unique partnership. In fact, I want to make a rather exciting announcement to you about that partnership. Because this partnership is so unique, and because the Joplin Chamber Foundation had the vision to make such a substantial investment in advancing career and technical education, and doing so with Crowder College, at our annual convention in November, the Missouri Community College Association will present the Joplin Chamber Foundation one of our highest awards, the Distinguished Business and Industry Partner Award. Rob, Tanya, board members, staff, thank you for your vision and congratulations on this recognition. This is a great day in Southwest Missouri, my friends. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Jennifer, thank you so much, and what a nice surprise. We'll need to check the calendar and leave November open. So that's wonderful. You know, one of our great early partners in this, as mentioned, was the WIB. They do great work. They support economic development efforts to the hilt because we share databases with them. They crunch a lot of numbers for us in terms of workforce and jobs and pay rates and availability that we use to help existing companies expand and attract new companies to the area. Some of the data sets they use are very unique. And we hear that from companies, especially those looking at the area, that they don't see that kind of information when they're looking at other places. And we have appreciated that partnership for a number of years now, but no more than today, when they have taken the front office suite and brought their main headquarters back from the east side of town, back downtown again, and also kind of serve as our front door. And so when people come in that front door, they get a good reception, and they can either come back in and visit a Crowder or come and look at office space, and we appreciate everything they do in that. And their director, Sherry Rooms, is with us today. And Sherry, come on up here. We'll throw the rope down, and you can come right up here.
Well, thank you. I don't know if I need to say too much more. I think maybe Rob covered a lot of it. The Southwest WIB oversees employment and training programs developed to support job seekers and employers within our 7-county region. It is exciting to be part of this effort with Crowder and the Joplin Chamber to expand these opportunities. Efforts like this help to accomplish many of our training goals. Leveraging our partner resources also allows us to strengthen the area's emerging workforce. We are happy to be a part of this ongoing partnership. Thank you. I would also like to add that we have been in the building since October-ish or a little bit after. And I would like to thank personally Tanya and Brian for all their assistance with our staff and any issues, and as Brian says, breaking in the building. Thank you.
We have had, as already know, we had great support from the city and from the city, the HUD support with the use of DR funds. But it would be amiss to not recognize the role that the state of Missouri has played. Chad Massman, by the way, is here. He is project manager for the Department of Economic Development. And DED, through the Missouri Technology Corporation, has played a role for over a decade in helping fund our Innovation Center, which is on the other side of the chamber. But also it helps us leverage that same staffing for this building going forward. And one of the great supporters of economic development in the state and things like MTC is our own Senator Ron Richard, Senator Pro Tem. Please join us here.
Thank you very much. Things work better when there's partnerships. This facility would never work unless Chamber, City, I'm sure the county was involved. I haven't heard their name. The county's always involved. Foundations would come together because one entity couldn't afford this. And when you go back and talk about financing, it is unfortunate we lost lives in that storm, as the mayor said. But when Roy Blunt heard about this, he sent down close to $300 million to this city to help get recovered. And without his energy and Billy Long carrying the battle in the House in Washington, those dollars wouldn't get here, and also part of those dollars wouldn't have got to this facility. So they need to be, when you see the representatives, they're here. You need to thank them for their ability to energize the president when he came down and make sure those funds were available. I have a couple of reps here that share my passion for economic development. Charlie's here and Cody's here somewhere, so thank them, because we stay ever watchful of economic development job creation. I've been doing this a long time, since my years at City Hall, and I've watched the chamber staff grow from little girls to great good-looking women. It's just hard to believe that 25 years has passed this fast, and the chamber's grown up around me, and they're probably getting to retire when I'm. But it's nice to see people grow in the job. I will say that again, that partnerships, that financing, incrementalism always works best. The fact is that we've been trying to model after the states in the South on a training for adults and for starting students in high school, getting them ready for a career, and that's what's beginning to happen here. And that's been one of our weak points that Rob and I talk to often. We've modeled after the Georgia Quick Start program that many of you are aware of. So this is a large step forward, puts particularly Southwest Missouri in the forefront of education for adults, of getting them into a better job, and creating more space for our high school students that can be work through the system through whether they go to Missouri Southern or Crowder or any other institution in the area. So thanks for the invitation, congratulations, and again, it's a great day for Joplin and Southwest Missouri. Thank you.
Before we cut the ribbon, because I know as soon as we do that, everyone will start scattering. We will have tours afterwards, and hopefully you will, if you haven't already, take the opportunity to see this facility, visit with some of the existing tenants who are already here growing their business, and also make sure you go back out to the Commons area because our refreshment sponsor today, Ajinomoto Windsor. Am I getting close? Am I starting to get that? Yeah, Windsor is hard to say. And they have done a great job. They're building a brand new 150,000 square foot facility here that will open just in time for Christmas. So some great gifts for people who want jobs here in the community. And we appreciate how quickly they have become engaged in the community and the kind of support they've been giving. Thank you very much. Just remember that this is a place of partnership. It's a place where employers can train their folks to improve in their job. It's a place where fledgling companies can get started with the kind of support they need to be successful. And it's a place where our residents, our fellow citizens throughout this area can come, whether they already have a job, whether they're just getting out of high school, or whether they just want to improve their skills to look for a better job. This is the place that they can come. And it's all because of the partnerships around this room that made that happen. And we appreciate all of you for your partnerships and the things that you have done to make this community better. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to have the folks here kind of step up and get ready to cut the ribbon. Stephanie, you ready?